Hello makeup fiends, so today I'm going to do a get ready with me and I'm going to do quite a smoky sort of brown eye. I haven't done really a lot of these. I do wear brown a lot. It's not something I used to wear really till I got the Naked palette, because I kind of hummed and hawed about getting that palette because I was like, I don't wear brown at all. I had no browns in my collection, unless they were in like an Urban Decay palette that I'd previously bought, and then I hadn't really used them because I never really used them, and then I got the Naked palette and now I'm hooked. So my go-to everyday look if I'm not sure what I'm going to do tends to be the Naked Basics palette. I just love this. Look at the Walk of Shame. It is seriously dipped. That is my favourite colour. It's perfect for blending up towards the eyebrow because it just is basically a really good match for my skin colour. And I also use that as a base quite a lot. So I thought I would just film this whole thing and make it a chatty sort of get ready with me video. So far all I've done is prime and put on some BB cream. I always do that. I always moisturise first. Of course I always moisturise with my time cream. So I put that on and then I primed with this L'Oreal Studio Secrets primer. I've got on my Garnier for Oily Combination Oily Combination Skin in Light, and love this stuff. Now I always put this on first, and the reason I do that is then I don't need to use, I used to use colour correctors because I have redness on my cheeks and a little on my nose sometimes, or when I've got spots, but now I just tend to use this. So I don't use green corrector cream or concealer before, I just put on the BB cream and it just seems to give me a really nice canvas to work on. And then I generally don't need to use concealer, touch wood, fingers crossed, all that stuff. But if I've got spots that are particularly red, then I do use concealer, and I use a different ones. So I'm going to use the Revlon Photo Ready foundation today. Now I've tried this twice and I'm not too sure about it, so I'm going to try it this one last time, and then if I don't like it then it's going to have to go into my sale, because you know 3 times I think is enough. I've given it quite a good chance. I feel like this is a really nice colour for me, and I feel like it might do better for me today because my skin has cleared up quite a lot lately. And I think that's the key thing really. I think that it's just that my skin wasn't very clear and the coverage of this stuff is not really great. So I think that that was what I was finding quite frustrating, is the fact that it just wouldn't cover what I wanted it to cover. And I'm not a person that likes to layer foundation, so even though some foundations are buildable, I'd rather not put layers upon layers of the stuff. So I always blend across my earlobes and down under my chin, just to get good continuity. But this colour is just a really, really good match for me. It is in vanilla. Moving on to powder, I'm going to use my Revlon Nearly Naked, which as you can see has a huge hole in it. Now I absolutely love this powder, but it is very soft and velvety. Now that is a good thing, but it's also a bad thing because I feel like it's used too quickly, because I have had this MAC one much longer and I was using it every day, and yes, the dome's gone, but there's still a lot of product left in there, and I just feel, yeah, the MAC one is twice the price, but it's going to last twice as long, so I just kind of feel like it evens itself out there. But yeah, this is very nice powder. I think it just gives your skin just a really lovely finish. So now I've got my powder on, I'm going to get on to the eyes now. So moving on to the eyes, goes to the house. Moving on to the eyes, I'm going to use this Revlon, I think it's the Photo Ready range, and this is the eye primer. And I've been loving this lately, it's really nice. I got some Sugar Pill shadows recently, which I've heard are really good, but they just stayed on the whole day and they were still there late at night and they still looked perfect. So I don't know whether that's the actual shadows themselves or whether it's anything to do with the fact that this primer was underneath. I'm definitely going to wear them with a different primer and see what happens. But this primer's great. And I'm going to do my brows. I always like to do my brows first. Now the brush that I usually use is actually in the wash bucket, plant pot. So I'm going to use the Barry M angled one, which is really great. And the brow kit that I'm currently loving is the Fashionista one. It's fantastic. As you can see, there's a huge hole in that one. That's my favourite colour, and I mix it with a darker colour. Sometimes I use the gel, sometimes I don't, but the lighter colours are really a bit too light for me. Because my brows are really fine on the outer edge, they're just practically non-existent. That's it. Basically just gone over where they are. I do have some fine hairs there. Oh, I do have a spot coming up there again. It's a favourite spot there for spots. I've got pretty much everything else actually laid out for me here. So we will start with the eyes, I think. So I'm going to take a Sigma E60, which is a large shader brush, and Walk of Shame from Naked Basics, and I'm just going to put this on all over the lid. So I'm going to my MAC Brown palette. I'm going to use charcoal. Oh dear. Going to my MAC Browns palette. This is the one that Kerry Loves Glam. I won on her channel, and I've called this my Naked palette. And I'm going to use this colour here, which is charcoal brown. I'm going to stick with the same brush because I want to put this all over the lid. I love this colour. It's perfect for this sort of look. I nearly went for the wrong colour there. Okay, so that's charcoal brown all over the lid. Next I'm taking the Sigma E30 and I'm going to go for Brun, which is this lovely dark colour here, and I want to put that in the crease on the outer edge and just over halfway across the eye. That is an amazing colour. Then I'm going to take the same colour with an E45 from Sigma, which is just a small tapered blending brush. It's got an amazing point on it. I'm just going to blend that colour. Now I think sometimes my problem with shadows is I feel nervous about taking them a little bit higher, but I'm definitely going to take this colour a little bit higher today because I did it the other day with my Sugar Pill shadows and I had the colour above, and I don't know, I like the look, and I think I'm just a bit nervous of it sometimes. But I think I'm actually going to go for Embark to do that, which is a slightly redder brown. Oh, and I'm taking a Sigma E25, which was this little free brush. And I'm just going to put that above that colour in the crease on the bone there. And just blend that into brown. This is something that Hayley of Hairs Pets does. She wears her eyeshadow quite high up here. I used to watch her doing her tutorials and think, wow, you're so brave. But it's all just about experimentation. If it doesn't go well, then, you know, take it off and start again. Not always great if you're going somewhere though, you haven't really got the time. But then I'm going to take an E56, which is a small shader, and I'm actually going to go back to Walk of Shame from the Naked Basics, and I'm just going to put that on the edge of these colours up to the brow bone. Just because I don't like that really harsh light line that you can get with the edge of your shadows. And also in the Naked Basics, going to take my E50, which is a huge fluff type brush. That was technical, wasn't it? This is a large fluff, so it's not a huge fluff type brush, but it is a large fluff. And I'm going to go to Naked Basics, and I'm going to use Venus, which is the only shimmery colour in here. And I'm just going to put that up on the brow bone. This seems like it's a huge brush to do this job with, and it would seem quite unlikely, but I just put it on the edge here where it's a little bit tapered, and because it's curved in shape it just fits into the brow area perfectly. That done, I'm really happy with the way that looks, so we're going to move on to gel liner, and I'm not going to do a flick or anything today. Just going to keep it quite simple. Just going to do a nice line, and a very thin line as well. And to do that I'm using the Sigma eyeliner, which is an E05, which is incredibly fine, and I'm using a product that is going to be coming up in a haul from number 17. It's their new gel liner, which is called Backlash Eyeliner, because I haven't repurchased black trackers yet. And it will be in my upcoming High Street haul, High Street Cosmetics. And all I want to do is put a nice line of black across the eye. And I was going to do a little wing, but I've decided against it. I hate lining this eye because if you've been watching me for a while, you all know I do not have very good vision in my right eye. So it does take me a while to get the eyeshadow even sometimes because I can't quite see what I'm doing. So that's it, very simple on the gel liner. And then I'm going to take 0 from Urban Decay, and I'm just going to line my lower lash line. And I'm going to take it all the way across to the corner. And it doesn't matter if it's a little bit smudgy, because that is perfect for this look. Then I'm just going to take my flat definer from Sigma, which is an E15, and I'm going to go to the Naked Basics palette actually, and I'm going to use this colour here, which is Faint. And I'm just going to bring that underneath the eyes, and I start on the outer corner because that's where I want most of the colour, and then I just run it across the rest of the eye as that colour has gone on here and there's not much left on the brush. And that's it. So now on to mascara for the eyes. So now onto mascara, and I'm just going to use MAC Zoom Lash Mascara. This mascara is just so amazing. I love it. Right, with my eyes complete, I'm now going to move on to some blush and highlight, and I'll try a little bit of contour, but I'm not very good at it, so please excuse me. Now the blush I'm going to use is Pink Cult by MAC, which is my favourite. Because the eyes are really strong, I don't want to go for a really strong blusher as well. I just want to go for this one, which is just gives a lovely sort of dusky pink, sort of a hint to your cheeks. And I've used a Real Techniques blush brush for that. And then for highlight, I'm going to use an MSF from MAC in Lust. And this works really well with this colour because this is a lovely pink. So this pink just, I think, complements Pink Cult very well and just gives you that lovely pink sort of glow on your cheeks. Then I'm going to take my bronzer in Refined Golden. I'm going to use the contour brush from Real Techniques, and I'm just going to bring that in just under the cheekbone there. Now I am not very good at this, so you know, I'm just getting used to doing it. And I think I do okay. I mean, I don't end up with like a huge orange brown line on me. It's just getting used to doing it. It's like any like makeup technique, it's just about keep trying it and stuff. But what can you do with fat cheeks? Not a lot you can do to contour them really. Okay, so now onto the lips, and this is the Rimmel Apocalypse in Galaxy. Which is quite weird. You expect it to be a gloss, which it kind of goes on that way. And it just settles into sort of a lipstick. Feels very creamy. That will be coming up in my haul as well. On with the Fix Plus, of course, hold it all in place. And then I'm going to use my new Emite eyelash curlers. Now I know that technically you're supposed to use these before you actually put your mascara on. I always use them after. Wow, they do seem to be really good though. They definitely do give your lash a good curl. That is it, everybody. That is today's look. Hope you like it. It's just, don't know, I think it could be quite suitable for a night out, but you know me, I don't mind wearing dramatic makeup during the day. But it's just a really nice smoky brown eye, and I really like the colour of this lipstick actually. Kind of a mauvey pink sort of colour. It's a little bit darker than I expected it to be. Swatched it on the hand and thought it was a really lovely creamy mauve, and it's a little darker, but that's okay, it goes with the look. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video and that you enjoyed it being a chatty sort of video. I know it's longer than it would normally be because I'd normally speed these kind of videos up, but hopefully you've still enjoyed it. This is makeup for where I'm going today. So that's it. I'm going to love you and leave you and see you all soon. Bye.